Today I found out someone is trying to sell a fake sequel to a video game I made, and now it's my job to hunt them down and destroy them. Wahaha. I've been waiting for this to happen. Hello, how's it going? I'm Gavin. I am an indie game developer. I'm currently working on a game called My Beautiful Paper Smile, and I recently made kind of a spin-off prequel game for My Beautiful Paper Smile called Night in Riverragger, and that is it's a short, free kind of prequel that I put on Steam and Itch.io and GameJolt. And someone decided it would be a great game to scam people with. But before we hop into that, I just want to remind everyone that if you're not subscribed to the channel, you definitely should, because I talk about video game development. And if you like listening to people talk about video game development, then you should definitely subscribe. So I woke up this morning, right, with an idea for a YouTube video, right? I had a different idea for a video that I was going to make today. And then I checked my Twitter messages and my Discord messages and some notifications from Itch.io, and a bunch of people were like, hey, someone's trying to scam people using your game. And so I looked into it, and it turns out somebody took my game, Night in Riverragger, took a bunch of the screenshots and the description, and they made an Itch.io page for Night in Riverragger Part 2, and they were charging $2 for it. And somehow this game, I don't know if anybody actually bought it, but it got up onto like the new and popular section on Itch.io. Not like at the top, but it was like on there. It was at a little ways down. So I don't know if anybody actually bought it or not, but it was there, and I was like, okay, that's a new one. This hasn't happened to me before. So first I was flattered that somebody would think that my games are good enough to use to scam people. So thank you, Mr. Scammer. It means a lot to me. And second, screw you. So let's take a look at this store page here real quick. I just want to show you around and show you how lazy it was. Like, okay, here's the deal. If you're going to use one of my games or anything that I've created to scam people, reach out to me first. That way I can give you some tips on how you could better get away with it. All right, so let's take a look at this here. So as you can see here, we got the capsule image. They used the capsule image from My Beautiful Paper Smile, and it's all like cropped weird, so like that's a bad start. Next, they called it Night in Riverragger Part 2 rather than Chapter. My Beautiful Paper Smile is chapter based. I don't call them parts, so I mean that's a smaller nitpick. But you know, if you're gonna scam, you got to get the little parts right first. So next off, we've got this really terrible store page. So the first thing, if this scammer had watched my YouTube video on how to get featured on Itch.io, they would have seen the part where you need to put your video at the top of your description, embedded in the description, as well as in the trailer sidebar. That way the trailer is larger, you know, in scale, and people can see it easier. Points to them though for linking my own video. That's smart. That's good, because I get views for that. And then you can see they've got the description. The description is in red. That's terrible. That makes it harder to read. That just makes my heart sad that you would put my description in colored text. How dare you? On top of that, they didn't link to My Beautiful Paper Smile. Like, come on. If I'm gonna put a game on Itch.io, I gotta do some cross promotion, right? So I'd link to the My Beautiful Paper Smile store page, right? And there's no background image. You know, dude, you're supposed to put a blurred background image. That's how it goes. That's what you need to do. So overall, I'd give this scam page a 2 out of 10. You know, they used the right screenshots and the right trailer, so that's something. But everything else, no, bad job, that terrible, awful. I'm ashamed. So anyway, so I reported the game, of course, because I'm not just gonna let them scam people. So I reported the game, and I sent Itch an email to just be like, hey, these people are trying to scam people, so that's a problem. And so they got back to me after probably a few hours, and boom, the scam page is no more. Huge thanks to Itch for getting all that stuff sorted out quickly. That's awesome. Good on you, Itch. And I appreciate I can't talk. I appreciate it greatly. But if you do want to play the real game, the real Night in Riverragger, you can play it for free. You don't have to pay $2 to some random person to play it. It's free on Steam, itch.io, Game Jolt, Night and River Agger, spelled River Agger. I'll put a link in the description, I guess, if you want to check it out. Yeah, there's not going to be a part 2 to Night and River Agger. There's not going to be a chapter 5 to My Beautiful Paper Smile. So if you see weird stuff like that, let me know, because then I can dunk on scammers. Cause yeah. So anyways, that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Follow me on Twitter at 2stargames, and that's it. Bye.